Okay, so we're gonna warm up today on our backs. So slowly make your way onto the ground. And once you get there, maybe keep the soles of the feet on the ground and the knees bent. Maybe you stretch the arms over your head and do a little side bend, taking the right hand on the left wrist and side bend a little to the right. Inhaling and exhaling and reversing the motion, taking a little side bend to the left. Reach the hands as far over your head as you can. Maybe you arch the back a little so the only things on the ground are your lower back and your shoulders. Take your hands overhead. And then we're going to take the feet overhead too. So our hands are reaching towards the sky and our toes are reaching towards the sky. And we're just going to lay here like this for a couple breaths, allowing the blood to drain from the toes and from the fingers with gravity into the left rest of the body. Staying here, feeling your ankles maybe start to warm up, maybe feeling your hips start to warm up, maybe feeling blood in the shoulders. Sending deep breaths to the belly. Exhaling to soften the back into the earth. One more breath like this, really stretch the feet towards the sky, stretch the hands towards the sky, inhaling and exhaling. Take the ankles or the feet in either hand and come into a happy baby here. Inhaling and exhaling, taking the feet into the hands to get a deeper stretch in the inner thighs. Maybe you straighten the right leg out towards the right. Inhale to take the foot back in. Exhale, take the left foot out towards the left. Inhale, take the left foot back in. And we're going to begin to do sort of a figure 8 shape with the feet here. So drawing half circle up and over with the right foot, and then imagining that line connecting to the left foot as we draw a half circle under and over with the left foot. As the left foot comes back to center, we draw that half circle with the right foot. As the right foot comes back in, we draw a half circle with the left foot. Continue with this little figure 8 movement with the feet for just a couple breaths and reverse the motion at some point. It's completely okay if this is something that confuses you or, you forget what side you're in. It's a good little brain exercise. Continue this a couple more times. Then we're going to kick both feet into the hands, take a little mini wide-legged pose here. And then we will stretch the right foot out towards the front of the mat. Take the left foot into the chest. Inhale, hugging the left knee in here, pointing the right toes, pressing the right heel into the earth. And then we're going to take the left hand on the left knee and let that left knee fall out towards the left here. So this should be stretching your inner thigh. It's not a twist. It's just the left hand on the left knee and letting the left knee fall out towards the left, keeping both hips on the earth here. And then why don't you see if you can connect the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh here. So it's like a tree pose, but we're just laying on the ground. Gentle hip opener here. Inhaling and exhaling, maybe flex the right foot, imagining that we are standing in a tree pose here. We'll take the left knee back into the chest. Inhale, this time right hand on left knee. We'll exhale and draw that left knee across the right body, taking a supine twist this time, looking towards the outstretched left hand, keeping both shoulders glued to the ground. Inhaling here and exhaling. Inhaling And exhaling. Coming back to center. We're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee, flex the left toes and the right toes actually. We're going to bring the right knee in, taking a figure 4 hip stretch here. Thread the left hand through this hole you create between the two thighs. Clasp the hands behind the right thigh or over the right shin. And using the muscles of the left thigh, press the left knee away from the body. And at the same time, pull the right thigh in towards the body with the hands. Should be a nice hip stretch here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling out through the mouth. One more breath here, in and out. We'll slowly uncross the legs, draw just a couple hip circles with the knees, maybe windshield wiper the knees a couple times. And then we'll kick the left foot out towards the front of the mat this time. Draw the right knee in, hug the right knee in towards the chest. Inhale here, point the left toes and press the left heel into the earth. And then right hand on right knee, we'll slowly pull that right knee open, allowing the right knee to fall towards the right side of the earth. Inhale here, keeping both hips equally pressing into the earth. And we'll see if we can take the right foot and connect it to the inner left thigh and take this tree pose on the earth again. You can stretch the hands overhead if you like. Flexing the left toes, flexing the right toes, imagining that we are in a tree pose but standing. Inhale and sigh it out. We'll take the right knee back in towards the chest, right knee and left hand, and we'll draw the right knee across the left body. Take a supine twist here. Stretching the right fingers out towards the right. Look towards the right hand. Come back from your twist. And once again, figure 4 pose here. Taking the right ankle across the left knee and flexing the right foot. Taking the right hand through this hole you've created. Catching the back of the left thigh or the front of the left shin. And imagine pressing the right knee away from the body using only the right thigh muscles. Pull the left knee in with the hands. Keeping both feet flexed. Try to soften into this hip stretch here. Hip and low back, really. Inhaling. Exhaling to melt into the ground. Imagine that your hip is being rinsed with crystal clear water as you inhale. And exhale, imagine that water is being drained away. Just a few more breaths here. You can rock a bit from side to side if that feels good. One more breath in. And exhale, release the feet. Take a couple windshield wipers with the knees. And then we're going to plant the feet. Plant the hands directly below the shoulders and plant the feet just in front of the hips, hip width apart. And on an inhale, we're going to press the feet, press the hands, and come into an altar pose. So like a reverse tabletop, basically. Pressing into the hands, pressing into the feet here. Looking up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side out, tongue out, lion's breath. One more like that. Deep breath in. Lion's breath out. Awesome. And then we'll take the butt to the earth and just fold over the legs one time. Forward fold. Just a classic forward fold. And keep a gentle bend in the knees if you need to here. Keeping the back nice and flat. If you can reach the feet, maybe you give yourself a little foot massage here, just encouraging blood flow to the feet. Softening the chin towards the chest. Inhale, slowly come up. We're going to take the feet out behind us and begin the more active part of the practice. We're going to fold the toes under, plant the hands. Inhale, send the hips up and back, taking our first down dog of the day, pressing into the hands, pedaling out to the feet. You can wag the tail from side to side. Holding this down dog, making sure the creases of your elbows are shining forward. Your heels are reaching towards the earth. The neck is relaxed and we're pressing into each finger. And then on an inhale, we're going to imagine the spine is a wave and we're going to wave forward, coming into a plank pose. Holding this here, making sure we're kicking the heels back towards the back of the room. Hold this, and then we're going to arch the spine, bring the belly back towards the knees, press into the feet, and come back into our down dog. Inhale, curve the spine. Take it forward to plank. We're doing a cat-cow, but it's fused with this plank to down dog motion here. And then we're going to inhale, take the belly towards the thighs, arch the back, come back into our down dog. Exhale, moving through plank, curling the spine, looking towards the navel, come into plank. Inhale, arc the spine, press the hips back, come into a down dog. 2 more rounds of this. Exhaling, coming into our plank. Inhaling, coming into our down dog. Exhaling, coming into our plank. Inhaling, coming into our down dog. One more exhale takes you to your plank. We're going to take the elbows down right where the hands are. Come into a forearm plank. Holding this here. Kicking the heels towards the back of the room. Looking between the hands. Inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Holding this, allowing heat to build in the belly. You can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to climb back up onto the hands. Come into our plank. Press back into a down dog. Inhale, take the right foot up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. And then we'll take the right foot up between the hands into our first low lunge of the day. Inhale here. Exhale. Shift the weight a bit from side to side. And then you're going to take the left hand to the earth. Inhale, peel the right hand up towards the sky, twisting the chest towards the right side of the room. Inhaling here. Exhaling, both hands come down to the earth. We step the left foot up to meet the right. Taking a mini forward fold here. And move this back so you can see better. Taking a mini forward fold here. Then we're going to press the weight into the heels and inhale like we're striking a match with the middle fingers on the earth. Take it into a chair pose. Sink low into your chair. Weight in your heels. Press the hands up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. We're going to take the hands to the earth. Walk the feet as close in as you can. Come onto the toes. We're going to try crow pose 3 times throughout practice. So let this first time just be an exploration. We're going to take the knees as high up on the forearms as we can, like they're in our armpits. We're going to look forward on our mat as if lines are coming out from our thumbs and meeting at a certain point on the mat. Rock the weight slowly from the palms into the bases of the fingers, into the fingertips, and see if you can slowly take 1 foot off the ground and maybe float both of them off the ground for just a second. Try this. And then we'll calm down to the earth and take a low yogi squat. So toes coming off the edge of the mat. You can always be up on the balls of the feet. Press the elbows into the knees. Inhale here. Exhale. Imagine the tailbone sinking towards the earth. We'll take the left hand to the ground on the left side, pressing the left elbow into the left knee. Inhale, open the right hand up towards the sky for a breath. Exhale, opposite side. Right hand extends, left elbow comes up towards the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Both hands on the ground. Step the left foot in between the hands. And then we'll step the right foot towards the back of the room. Left lunge on the left side. Sway a bit from side to side here. Allowing your right hip flexor to slowly open. We'll plant the right hand on the earth. Inhale, take the left hand up towards the sky. Look up towards that left hand. Twist. And then we'll exhale both hands to the earth. Come up off the right knee. Step the left foot back to meet the right. We're in plank. Lower down halfway, keeping the elbows glued to the rib cage, chaturanga. Flip the toes, press into the hands, upward dog. Inhale here. And exhale, we'll plant both the knees. Come into a child's pose for just a breath here. Recenter, return to the breath in this child's pose. Soften any expression that's formed on the face. And then before we get too tired, we're going to come right back into our down dog. A couple more rounds of that fluid motion. Exhale, come into plank. Inhale, press back into down dog. Exhale, come into plank. See how much articulation can you get through the spine. Inhale, back to down dog. Last round, exhaling to plank. Inhaling to down dog. And then we'll take the right toes up once again. Step the right foot up to the front of the mat. And this time we're going to come right up into a warrior one. Crossing into the feet. Coming up into our warrior one. Pressing into the back edge of the back foot. Holding this. Inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. And then on an exhale, we're going to take the right hand towards the back of the room, take the left hand towards the front of the room, and look back towards that right hand, just a standing twist. Hold this for 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come to the front of the mat. We step the left toes up to meet the right. Forward fold for just a second here. And then on an inhale, like we're striking a match, coming into chair pose. Sink low into our chair. We'll take a deep breath in here. Exhale out through the mouth. Deep breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Deep breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. And then we'll take the hands to the earth, walk the toes in, bend the knees. See if you can climb the knees into the armpits, rocking forward, looking forward on your mat. Try crow pose once again, focusing your thoughts, focusing on that spot on your mat. Inhaling and exhaling with intention. Even if you don't get into full crow today, just the effort is really good for your brain. After you're done with your crow practice, we'll come back into our yogi squat. This time you can feel free to do a couple wrist movements, just clasping the hands and rolling the wrists around. We'll press the elbows into the knees, come back into our yogi squat. Extend the left hand and extend the right hand up towards the ceiling. Inhaling here. Exhaling, right hand extends this time. Left hand extends up towards the ceiling. Inhaling here. Both hands come down to the earth. Left foot comes in between the hands. Step the right foot back. And inhale, come up into warrior one on the left side. Inhale, sinking low into that front knee, making sure though that the front knee is behind the front toes. You're a warrior. Say it out loud or in your head, I am strong. And then we'll take the left hand towards the back of the room, right hand towards the front of the room. Take your gaze to the back of the room for a standing twist. 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come down to the earth. We'll step the left foot back, plank, chaturanga. Flip the toes. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, knees come to the earth, and we sink back into our child's pose. Return back to the breath. Only one more round of this to go. We'll press through the hands, take the hips up, come back in our down dog. Inhale. Exhale, curve the spine coming into plank. Inhale, back to down dog. Exhale, come into plank. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, down dog. We'll take the right foot up once again. Step the right toes up towards the front of the mat. We'll come into a full high lunge here. Inhaling and exhaling. We'll take the hands at prayer and heart center. And we're going to take the left elbow towards the outside of the right knee. Find something to focus on to balance with here. And we'll just take this standing twisted lunge. Excellent. We'll come out of lunge and take this now to a warrior two, actually. So, back edge of the left foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Front toes are pointing towards the front of the mat. We'll inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, sink into the legs here. Awesome. Holding this warrior two, gazing over the front fingertips. And then we're going to try a fun little balance play. So from your warrior two, you're going to tip the right fingertips forward towards the front of the mat. Come on to the toes of the back foot and just see if you can hop off the back foot. The right toes come into contact with the ground. And we open the left hand up towards the ceiling. Take the right foot out towards the back of the mat, coming into a half moon. Return to your breath. Find your balance point. And then we're going to take the left fingertips to the earth. Take the left foot to the earth. Forward fold here. And then on an exhale, we'll bend the knees, Strike the mat with our middle fingers. Come into our chair pose. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. We'll take the hands to the earth. Walk the feet in, bend the knees. Final curl practice of the day. I'm not going to cue it too much. I'll let you just experiment. Give it as many tries as you want to. Try to find a sense of fun in it. And when you're done, we'll come once again into our yogi squat. Yogi squat. And reset here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Left hand extends, right hand extends up towards the ceiling. And then we switch. Right fingertips on the earth, left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then we'll step the left toes to the center of the mat. Take the right foot towards the back of the room and come into a high lunge. Looking up towards the hands, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to take the hands in prayer at heart center. Take the right elbow to the left knee. Take a standing twisted lunge here. Focusing on the spot at the back of the room. We'll slowly untwist and come into warrior two here. So opening the chest towards the right side of the room. Right edge of the back right foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Low in the front left knee. And then we're going to try that one last balance play in half minute. So you're going to look at a spot on the mat in front of you. Come on to the right toes. Reach the left hand towards the earth. And see if you can just open like a flower. Open yourself into a half moon. It looks like this. You can try looking up towards that front hand or that top hand. Or you can keep your gaze on the earth. You can try coming off of the left fingertips for a breath if you want to. And then we'll slowly take the feet back together at the front of the mat. Clasp the hands behind us and take a forward fold. Letting the fists come away from the body. Breathing into this back and shoulder stretch. We'll slowly come back onto the knees. Just for a little bit of back bending, really quick. We'll come up onto the knees. You can keep the toes tucked under if you like. We'll take the hands to the back, the low back. If you have flexible wrists, maybe you take the palms to the back with the middle fingers pointing up towards your head. Knees are hip width apart. Wherever you are, press the hips forward, activate the glutes, and inhale. Press your heart up higher and higher towards the earth, or towards the sky, not the earth, until you eventually just find yourself in a little back bend here. Inhale and exhale. Slowly crawl into a child's pose. Resetting one final time, releasing any expression on the face. And we're slowly gonna crawl forward on the belly. And if taking Shavasana on your belly sounds good to you today, feel free to do that. Or if you prefer to be on your back, go ahead and roll over. Lay on your back. Wherever you are, find your Shavasana. Maybe that's the right palm on the stomach and the left palm on the heart. Maybe that's the soles of the feet together in a reclining butterfly pose. Maybe it's just sprawled out. We're just going to take 8 breaths here together at your own pace. Try to focus on the sensation of the breath as it enters and exits your body. And I'm just going to be quiet while you take 8 slow breaths on your own time. By the time I've taken 8 breaths, I will wake us up. So totally exhale any breath you currently have in your body and begin. Begin to move the fingers and toes. Move the tongue and the mouth. We'll inhale and stretch the hands overhead. Point the toes. And then we'll exhale. Slowly find our way back to a comfortable seat. Pause here with hands at heart center. Take one more deep breath in, feeling the blood draining into the back rest of the body. Exhale. And we're going to finish by giving ourselves a big hug. Okay, bow chin to chest. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.